everyone, I'm Kiana. I recently had a solo trip from Yerevan, Armenia to Tbilisi, Georgia. My journey was by land, and I had many interesting and unique experiences along the way. I'd love to share all of them with you in this video. If you're thinking about traveling to Tbilisi, if you're interested in Georgia, or if you're even considering migration, this video can be very informative and helpful for you. I took this trip with a tour. It was a land tour organized by Armenians, and all the routes and the passengers traveling with me were Armenian. I'm Iranian, and I didn't understand their language. But honestly, the trip was very comfortable, and I didn't have any language problems. That's because everything was well organized through the tour. However, once I arrived in the city and throughout my 3-day stay, I didn't have a tour guide. I explored the city completely on my own and found all the places I needed for sightseeing and discovering new spots by myself. Since Tbilisi is not a very large city in terms of area, it wasn't difficult for me to get around. Another reason this trip wasn't hard for me was that the Armenian and Georgian cultures are quite similar in many ways, especially because I had already lived in Armenia for about a year. That experience made solo traveling much easier for me. So overall, as a solo trip, I can truly say that it was a very enjoyable and pleasant experience for me. Now, if I want to compare these two countries, Armenia and Georgia, there are actually many similarities between them. I personally prefer not to compare my own country, Iran, with either of these two, because there are very significant and noticeable differences between Iran and both Armenia and Georgia. It's true that a long time ago, Armenia was once part of Iran, but that period was far in the past, and today there are many major differences between these countries. That's why I prefer to compare the country I currently live in, Armenia, with Georgia, the country I'm traveling to now. They are neighboring countries, they share a land border, and comparing them makes much more sense. One of the main similarities between Armenia and Georgia is that both countries are very safe. Even if you go out late at night, you can see the police everywhere, and they actively provide security. Of course, it can also depend on the area, but overall, both countries feel very safe. Another similarity is related to culture and food. There are many shared foods between these two countries. For example, foods that I had already tried in Armenia were also available in Georgia, and many of them are considered traditional and famous dishes there as well. In terms of religion and faith, I saw many churches in both countries. It's very clear that religion is important to the people, and they have a lot of respect and love for their faith. You can really feel how much their religion matters to them. So, in the rest of this video, I'm going to talk to you about the top attractions and sightseeing spots in Tbilisi, all the places you can visit for tourism and exploring the city, the famous foods that Tbilisi is known for, and I'll also explain the history of this city in detail. Stay with me, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content and would like to learn more about travel, tourism, and exploring the world, Tbilisi is the capital and largest city of Georgia, located in the eastern part of the country along the Kura River. For more than 1,500 years, this city has been considered one of the most important cultural, political, commercial, and historical centers in the South Caucasus region. Tbilisi's unique geographical location, situated in a valley and surrounded by mountains, has given the city remarkable natural beauty, as well as significant strategic importance. History. The history of Tbilisi dates back at least to the 5th century AD. When King Vakhtang I Gorgosali chose the city as the capital of the Georgian kingdom. The name Tbilisi comes from the old Georgian word Tbilisi, meaning warm, referring to the natural, sulfur hot springs in the area. Archaeological research shows that human settlement in this region dates back as far as the 4th millennium BC, the medieval period and the Golden Age. During the reign of Georgian kings especially, King David IV and Queen Tamar, Tbilisi reached its peak of prosperity. Between the 10th and 13th centuries, the city was recognized as the cultural and economic center of Georgia, a period known as Georgia's Golden Age, the imperial period and modern history. In 1801, Georgia was annexed by the Russian Empire, then known as Tiflis, became an important administrative center. During the Soviet era, the city developed culturally and architecturally, forming a combination of traditional Georgian elements and Soviet architecture. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Tbilisi became the capital of an independent Georgia. Culture and society. Multicultural influences. The culture of Tbilisi reflects thousands of years of interaction between East and West. The city's architecture is a blend of Georgian, Byzantine, Imperial Russian, Soviet, and modern styles, all clearly visible throughout its streets and neighborhoods. The importance of art. Tbilisi is home to numerous museums, art galleries, theaters, and cultural centers. In 2021, the city was selected as UNESCO World Book Capital, highlighting its importance in literature and cultural heritage. Tbilisi also has an opera house, state theaters, and major cultural events such as the Tbilisi International Film Festival. Most famous Georgian dishes. Kathapuri, cheese-filled bread. The Igerian version is boat-shaped and served with an egg on top. Kinkali, juicy meat dumplings K, traditionally eaten by hand. Pakali, vegetable-based appetizers mixed with walnuts. Churchkela, a traditional sweet made from grape juice and nuts. Mitsvati, Georgian-style grilled meat. Local wines. Georgia is one of the oldest wine-producing regions in the world, with grape varieties such as Saperavi and Rkatsiteli known internationally. Tourist attractions and sightseeing spots. Narkala Fortress, an ancient fortress offering panoramic views of the city. Old Town Kala, cobblestone streets and historic houses. Abano Tubani sulfur baths, traditional bathhouses with a history of several centuries. Bridge of Peace, a modern glass and steel bridge symbolizing the connection between past and present. Ethnographic museum, showcasing traditional Georgian houses and lifestyles. Holy Trinity Cathedral Samiba, one of the largest Orthodox churches in the world. Liberty Square and Rustaveli Avenue, the political and cultural center of the city. Tbilisi Botanical Garden, a peaceful green space in the heart of the city. Sulfur Baths District, known for its Ottoman-style domed bathhouses. Tbilisi Zoo, one of the oldest zoos in Georgia. Georgian National Museum, a major museum complex displaying the country's history and heritage. Local customs. Georgian hospitality is world famous, and food and family gatherings play a central role in social life. Meals are often accompanied by wine and traditional toasts, and these gatherings can last for several hours. Modern-day Tbilisi. Modern Tbilisi is a blend of ancient history and contemporary life within just a few minutes of walking. You can move from medieval fortresses and historic bathhouses to modern galleries and trendy cafes. The city is a meeting point of different architectural styles, including Byzantine domes, Art Nouveau buildings, Soviet-era structures, and modern construction.